Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. 'Tis I, Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, what I'm hoping to find is a relic golem. So I found a relic planet. Now this is like a frozen relic world. I would have preferred to have found like a lush, but you know, it is what it is. Now this planet has got quite dodgy storms as well, which I don't overly like too much, but what I like about this planet is it's got really groovy terrain, and the weather that does come in is a mixture of comets hitting the planet and lightning at the same time, and it actually looks pretty darn freaking cool. And I'm liking these like terrain nodules, these giant columns of ice, which I think are really quite cool. So it's got a lot going for it. Now what I'm doing is I'm flying low and slow, and I've locked onto the compass direction of west. And I'm just sort of like flying westerly, flying over this landscape and seeing if I can come across any giant golems as I'm flying over. Now what I would say is when it turns to night, these golems give off a sort of glow. It'd be easier to spot them at night, but it's not night right now, obviously. So I'm just going as slow as I possibly can across the landscape, and I'm hoping to just spot one from my ship. It's not the easiest thing to do, and this is the first time I've ever tried doing this, so it could take me freaking hours, couldn't it? But yeah, the ship keeps slowing down, which isn't good either. I'm also in a sentinel ship. Now the sentinel ships can hover in place should I need to. Oh look, there's some curious deposits there. Oh, that's good to know. This planet's got curious deposits. What I'm hoping to find is a golem that's near maybe a structure or something, but then again, this is like a gas giant system. I don't know whether it's got any structures. But yeah, we'll keep flying over, and I'll let you know if I come across anything interesting. Yeah, right, well a storm has just rolled in, and as you can see, the lightning striking this landscape is pretty phenomenal. But what it does do is it distorts my view of the landscape, and it makes it really hard to spot anything. So I'm just slowing it down a couple of nodules and just flying that little bit slower until the storm clears. I'm just looking for anything amongst these relics that looks out of the ordinary. But it is not the easiest of landscapes to navigate when this storm's rolling. It really isn't. It'd be nice if we had some sort of, I don't know, generator of some kind that allows us to alter weather patterns. And if we put down a base, maybe we could do weather manipulation and sort of like get rid of these frequent storms, or at least improve visibility. Turn down all the particle effects, because it does make it a little bit harder to spot what you're after. Yeah, now we're flying at night. Now I think flying at night I might have a better chance of spotting one, because these golems, like I said, they sort of like emit light, a bit like what these stones do. The only thing is they don't appear on scans. Now this planet, as you can see there, has got buildings, and I've been heading towards buildings. I don't know whether they show as a building, as a structure, but from what I've heard online, they don't. So it's just a case of spotting them. And you know, like if you're flying over on a honey planet, sometimes you come across a massive, great big beehive type object. It's kind of like as rare as those. Apparently there's quite a lot on these relic planets, like dotted about the place. But it's just if you get lucky and spot one, you know. And with these storms, the way that they are, and the frequency that they're rolling in at, I think I might struggle to see it, even if it's right in front of me. I mean, look at all these particles right now. It's very hard to see anything. And it depends on your spawn rate. So it depends on your rig. I mean, I'm playing on my PlayStation 5 at the moment. But it depends on your draw distance, whether these things render in. I mean, I've been playing No Man's Sky for some time, and sometimes I've been flying over a landscape, and I've just started to fly over a derelict freighter before it actually spawns in. I could have easily missed it. So, you know, maybe I'm not doing this on the right platform. Maybe I should be doing this on my PC, where I've got a little bit more RAM and a little bit more fidelity. and things spawn in a little bit sooner. But if I fly slow enough, it should give my PlayStation 5 enough time to render in these giant golems. Yeah, no such luck right yet, people. Okay, now I'm wondering whether something that might be a better idea is to use one of my flying pets. I mean, they fly lower and slower as default. So let's just get on one of these guys. Give him a treat. Make sure he's happy. Let's ride him. And I can just lock onto the western location using this guy. And fly using this chap. Now, there's a storm. And as you can see, you can't see nothing in storms anymore on this game. A lot of people have said that they like the storms, but at the same time hate the storms, and I can completely sympathise with that. I mean, look, I've got this frost on my screen now. I can't see toffee. Can't see nothing. Can't see nothing at all. Yeah, right, so the storm is clearing, and I've decided to just fly on my bird over the landscape, and we'll see if we can spot a golem this way. But maybe I haven't chose the best planet for this, because it's still hard visibility wise. You know, I could be flying right over one and I wouldn't be able to see. It kind of sucks that although the weather's cool and everything inside of the game, it's just, it makes it almost impossible to see anything. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Right, I think I need to find a relic planet without storms. And that's going to take me a month of Sundays, isn't it? Dang it. Okay. Yeah, chums, I've been flying around for ages on this planet, and I'm about at the point of giving up. I'm just going to go into camera mode. See if there's anything around. If there isn't, though, I think I'm going to fly back on up to my freighter and try and find a planet with calmer weather, because I can't see my hand in front of my face on this one half the time. So even if I did find a golem here and built a base at it, if a storm rolls in, it's not like it's going to be the best photo opportunity in the world, is it? Alright, well, let's head on up to the actual freighter. So far, no luck in finding a golem. No. So the way that I'm looking for these relic planets, I'm staying inside my 905 sort of quadrant of space, and I'm just looking at sort of like dissonant ones. And when you hit it, you see it shows a hologram of how many planets there are. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 5 there. So there's good chances of there being a relic one amongst them. Then all I'm doing is running up to this sort of like scanner room over here that I've got and hitting this up. That will probe all the planets, and then I just hover over them. See, that one's got ancient bones, is bountiful. It doesn't mention the word relic. But sometimes these relic worlds don't mention the word relic. So if I see one that's got ancient bones, that one I could go and have a look at. Okay. Scalding planet, frostbound planet, ruined planet. There we go. That one's got ruins on it. What it hasn't got is it hasn't got ancient bones, but that's cool. The only trouble is, you see there, it says magnetized ferrite. That means it's got storms. I'm going to go look at this one first. I'm hoping that it's got ruins on it and ancient bones. That would be the perfect combo. That would make my freaking day. I guess it would. Okay, so I'm flying down to the lush. So far I can see a shed load of trees, but you know, you can have trees mixed with relics. So just get down low to the planet and have a quick look at it. I mean, for a relic planet, well, for an ancient bones planet, this is really quite nice. But yeah, no, this has not got any relics on it. But there is a relic planet in this system, so I'm going to go and have a look at it anyway. If it's got really flat landscape, then that could be quite cool. At least one of the neighbouring planets has ancient bones, so I can do a little bit of both there. But the magnetised ferrite is a massive off-put. Alright, well, let's go and have a look at that planet anyway. I do like this new ability to pin planets. It makes traversing so much easier. I think Hello Games need to look for some more quality of life improvements like that. Things that make sense to make it easier for travellers. I kind of wish that on our freighters we had like teleporters, a bit like in Star Trek where we can actually stand in them and teleport down to a planet to save this bit of flying to a planet, you know? And you know, like in the spatial anomaly where you've got the quick return button, it'd be nice if you can just go, beam me back up. Very Star Trek-esque, you know? And maybe the only planets that you can't teleport down to are the ones with storms, and then you have to do an away mission and fly with your ship. But if it's got no storms and there's no teleporter interference, maybe you can teleport straight to the surface of the planet. I think that's a nice idea. Sound up in the comments. If you like the idea, hit the like and subscribe. Well, this is quite nice. Okay, we've got a storm rolling in. Let's just have a look at what visibility is like when this storm hits. I mean, it's magnetized, it's not activated. So it might not generate storm crystals. If it doesn't generate storm crystals, it might have better visibility. We'll wait and see. We'll see what this storm does. It should hit us any second now. Cloud coverage is starting to happen, isn't it? But you know what? I'm not seeing many relics on this planet at all. Fire particles I can kind of deal with, I suppose. But yeah, I'm not seeing many. For a relic planet, it's not exactly slathered in the things. And look, the visibility is a little bit shite, to be fair. Yeah, I'm not seeing hardly any relics on this planet. Even though it's a relic planet. Look at the visibility. I mean, there's one of those relic stones over here. I'm heading towards the bluish glows because the golems give off these same bluish glows. What we got there? Oh, we've got a couple there. It's not a golem, is it? No. No, it's not a golem. Alright. I can carry on heading north and hope that we see one. I mean... Oh, here we go. Look, there's lightning beams coming down. But again, the visibility on this planet, because it's got storms, you can't see nothing. You can't. It's almost impossible, even flying low and slow. No, I need to find something better than this. So even magnetized, it's not worth looking at. So I'm looking for a relic planet that has no storms. I don't really care on what biome it is. It'd be awesome if it had ancient bones on it at the same time. We'll see what we can find. Okay, chums, I've found an overgrown relic planet, and look at that. It hasn't got any activated storms, no nothing. Oh look, there's a planet there that's got ancient bones right next to it. What else is interesting in this system? Vile Brood as well. Lovely. And it's also got an ocean-locked planet. This could be a really good contender. Heck yes, we're going to fly down there and have a look-see if it's a decent enough relic planet to find a golem. Yeah, so there's one more thing that makes me feel nervous approaching planets like this that tick all the boxes. I'm just really hoping that the terrain is fairly flat. If it's too hilly, too mountainous, it can make it really difficult to spot anything. Oh, this is actually really quite cool. All right, okay, this is good. This is good. Right, so I think I'm going to go west. Down, 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 go west. I guess. This is flying at quite an okay speed. This is quite a cool planet. I think this has got a good chance of me spotting one of these golems. I mean, it hasn't even got large trees on this planet. So there's nothing that's restricting my view of the landscape. Now this could even be a good planet for me to search on foot and just jump around the planet. Because of course, like I mentioned before, it's the popping, it's the loading times. But then I'm not seeing much pop on this planet anyway. So maybe just flying over it like this, at this sort of speed, could be the best bet of me spotting one of these golems. Let's just pop into camera mode. Let's just have a better look around outside of here. So you can see there's quite a few structures on the old horizon. It's not exactly jam-packed full of relics, is it? But I don't think that overly matters. Alright, well, I'll carry on flying over and I'll let you know if I get lucky. Okay, right, a storm is about to come in. Let's just see how bad visibility does get, because this planet is not an extreme storm planet. It doesn't have storm crystals. So I'm hoping visibility is still good even in a storm. All the clouds are gathering. Let's just speed the ship up a teeny bit as we fly over that swath of landscape that had nothing there. See all the trees going wavy-davy. Okay, the visibility here isn't too bad as long as the storm stays like this. It's still visible. It's not brilliant, but you know, it's not impossible either. It's a lot better than what we had on the previous planets, let's put it that way. Now, I would share the portal coordinates with you guys. However, I want to find my golem on this planet before I give out the portal code. Mainly because, you know, somebody else could get here, find the golem before me, and you know, it might be the only one on the planet. I don't know how rare these things are. From what I'm hearing though, and what I've been reading over on the old tinterwebs, these things, although they're rare, you know, like how you can find curious deposits on a planet, stuff like that, they're about as rare as finding those. And I've spotted curious deposits earlier on. I mean, I've only seen one batch, and that was on that stormy ice planet. I don't know what this planet's got on it. But yeah, they're rare as rocking horse turd, but they're not super rare from what I'm understanding. Relic planets have got a fair few of them. It's not like finding a portal or something on a planet. I mean, portals are quite rare in themselves, aren't they? But it is giving me something to hunt for. You know, if you've done everything else, this is definitely something you could be doing yourselves at home. Find yourself a nice relic planet, firstly, that has very infrequent storms. And then do as I'm doing, just fly low and slow across the planet's surface. If that doesn't work, I suppose put down a base as a little counterpoint. And just set on out. And on foot, maybe looking for it. I mean, I could swap back to my flying fauna. The only thing is in storm, you do get the weather effects that sort of like blur your vision even more. So I would only go on my bird outside of the storm. I mean, I'm flying slow enough to have creatures spawn in. So I'd like to hope that I'm flying slow enough to have a golem spawn in. And yeah, I'm staying to the westerly location. What's that there? Polished stone, okay. Alright, well, just a couple of those things, isn't it? Well, that was a golem for a second. It's not a golem. Well, I carry on flying over. Like I say, I'll let you know if I get lucky, if I come across anything interesting. Okay, right, we've got an incoming storm, and it's night time. Let's have a look how visibility gets affected now. But, yeah, you can see a lot more green glowy stuff at night. Might actually be better visibility wise. I mean, look at these things. You can see those a mile off. Now I'm kind of hoping that the golem is going to light up as well as those things. Now as I'm flying over, every now and again I am just popping into camera mode and just sort of doing this sort of like little mini saute out the window. Not often, just every now and then. Just having a quick butchers around with the old eye peepers. See if we can see anything that I might have flown past or near that looks interesting. But as you can see here, not a lot. Swaves and swaves of landscape. Alright, well, I carry on. Yeah, now this is a mild weather planet. And you can see here we've got lightning still hitting. But look at the visibility. It's not good. Even on a mild planet like this. So I would strongly suggest find yourself a mild planet like this, because it's the best it's going to get when it comes to visibility. I just kind of really wish that we had some kind of terraformer. Some sort of terraformer that we could put down. You know, put down a base, put down a terraformer, and adjust the weather conditions, because this is... It's not easy, is it? It's not easy to see. It really isn't. Okay, well, something that people have mentioned is they've found them near to trading posts. So what I'm going to do is just do a little scan for a trading post and see if this helps me out at all in any way, shape or form. Ah, is this an abandoned system or something? It is. So there's no trading posts on this planet. Alright, okay, fair enough. Which means there's no sort of structures, no buildings on this planet either. I wonder if that means that there's no relic golems on this planet either. If it's not rendering in structures like buildings, have I just wasted a massive swathe of my day looking for a relic golem that might not even be here? Because there's no buildings or structures, is it classed as a building and structure, or is it classed as a relic object? I think it might be classed almost as a building, and for that reason I don't think I'm going to find one. It's because as I've been flying over this, I haven't seen any sort of ancient monoliths or anything like that. Yeah, I really don't know what it's classed as, but that could be why I haven't come across one in all the time that I've been flying across here. I didn't give that much thought. Maybe they're not in abandoned systems of space like this. They're completely uncharted, that have got no buildings or structures on. Because I would have thought, with the amount of time I've spent so far just gliding over this, that I would have come across one. Dang it! Okay, well, maybe they're not here. Well, okay there, chums. Well, I found this little number. Yeah, superheated drizzle it has, but it's not like a super bad planet. I mean, it hasn't got anything that's activated or magnetized. The only trouble is it is dissonant, which means I'm going to see a lot of purple going on. But maybe it might help the turquoise stand out a bit. So I'm just going to fly over this and see how we get on. So look, there you go. We've got buildings appearing on this planet. So I'm hoping it's inside of the building pool, even though it doesn't register as a building. You know, hopefully there's going to be some on the planet is what I'm getting at, people. I just saw some technology or something sticking out of the ground there. Anyway, I'm just going to fly on over. I'll let you know if I come across anything. Okay, so what made me realise that the previous planet that I was on didn't have any structures was I was going to locate myself a trading post and see if I could see one from there. Because a few people now have said, oh yeah, stone's throw away from my golem is a trading post. And I've seen that twice on people's location reports. So here we go, let's fly on over here. In fact, one person put it in my comments. They said that it was on the expedition planet. If you just fly to the trading post and then look around, you can see the golem from it, is what they said, pretty much. Anyway, let's fly down to this trading post and let's see if that rings true for this, shall we? So, although this planet has got relics, it said abandoned. It didn't say relics. Let's land here then, and let's have a look in camera mode if I can see anything once I've landed. Up-a-cha! I'll probably just go into camera mode now, actually. There you go, don't even need to get out, really. Just put the sun in the old sky. Let's have a look around with our eye peepers, see if we're going to see any golems sitting in situ. I'll go up as high as I possibly can. Well, what's that over there? There's some columns of light over there. I guess that ship's going to fly in, isn't it? Yeah, I'd imagine so. Right, well, I'm not seeing any golems on the horizon that way. Just doing a slow pan. No, I'm not seeing any golems around here. Seeing quite a lot of archways though, like Stone McDonald's signs everywhere. But I'm not seeing a golem. No golem sitting in situ. No. Alright, well, we'll take off. You know, right, instead of flying west, I'm going to go north. I'm going to fly north. And we'll see if we come across anything. Okay, right, well, I'll swap to my bird, because mainly the birds fly at the same sort of speed. Things sort of render in. When I was playing at Light No Sky, which was playing No Man's Sky, like Light No Fire, I found flying over the landscape like this, I was finding colossal archives and trading posts and everything. You've got a much wider field of view when you're on a flying pet. Now, these birds do fly a little bit faster than things like the the beetles. It might be better to do this on a beetle, as it flies even slower still. I haven't got any flying pets that fly slower than the bird that I'm on now, so it's just a case of having to keep my eye peepers peeled. I will be giving away flying creatures like this every Monday throughout April, maybe a little bit longer depending, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how multiplayer pans out and how well it does. There we go, we're flying over a load of relics at the moment. When I get to big relic fields like this, I'm going into camera mode and just having a bit of a look around, because obviously you're not going to see everything inside of a field like this unless you do look around like this. So I'm gonna have a little look around and see if I can spot anything that looks out of place. The only thing is, it's in distance draw, so it's in your eye line of what renders. So even if it was just sitting on that hill there, it might not render because it wasn't in my field of vision, if you get me. So that could be a pointless exercise. However, I did that earlier and spotted a minor settlement. So whether it works or not, I don't know. But it's worth a try every now and again, isn't it? You can also change the time of day, so change it to night if you feel that it might glow a little bit better at night time, which is what I'm gleaming from posts online. But anyway, again, I'll let you know if I come across one. Well, I was just flying north. My compass direction just hit to south, so I've flown around the planet in a roundabout way. The only thing is, I started flying north from the trading post, didn't I? So it wasn't all that far. But as soon as I see it flip to north again, then I know that I've done the whole circumference of the planet. Fun times. Okay, now as cool as this bird is, I think things aren't popping in that quickly, because you can see dissonant crystals popping in just as I go past them, see? So I think there's a chance that I might fly past one using the bird. I think it's just a little bit too fast for this planet and for my PlayStation 5. So I think I'm going to swap back to a ship and just gingerly fly over. I think that's probably my best bet. I don't think that was working for me. Like I say, you might want to use a butterfly or a beetle. They fly a lot slower. Sadly, I haven't got anything that flies slow that I can ride. Okay, so here we go. Back to the ship. The only thing is, this has got slightly more obscured view, hasn't it? I mean, I suppose what I could do is go into this view, which might be slightly better. But at night, you can't really see too much, can you, anyway? Then again, that does take up a massive portion of the screen, a ship like that, doesn't it? I'll stay like this for a bit. Okay, chums, well, the trading post has popped back up. It's 3 hours away at this flight time, anyway. But it's just interesting that I've nearly flown the full circumference of the planet, and I haven't come across one stone golem. So the people saying that there's a few per planet, I'm kind of thinking if there are, yeah, well, I suppose there could be, and it could just be very easy to fly past them. Especially with, you know, render issues and things like that. I might be better to be doing this on foot. But I wouldn't say these are as common as, like, you know, the deposits, the runaway mold and all that sort of stuff. I would say they're rarer. Going by the flight time and the time that I've vested into looking into this already. Yeah, I don't think they're as common as people would like to think. Well, chums, I'm literally falling asleep. I'm struggling to stay awake doing this. They really aren't in abundance at all. Now, I'm only a minute away from the trading post now. 1 minute and 14 or so it says. Man, what I'm thinking of doing is just building a base at the trading post and then maybe doing the search on foot on the planet in live streams with you guys watching, so at least I can chat and stay awake, because this is boring as hell. I can only but hope that they're on this planet. But yeah, it's an oddity. What's this down here? It's just some glowing blue things, isn't it? Yeah, 2 in a row. Yeah, Alright, okay, I'll reconvene in a moment. Well, here we are, chums, back where we started. Yeah, let's put a base down on here. And let's make a little mini save point here. And I think I'm going to be doing live streams on this planet, trying to find the ancient bony type. Well, not the ancient bony, the relic statue golem. Let's just claim the space. Yes, brilliante. And yes, I want to claim that. Sweet. Wouldn't it be funny if I actually saw one as it zooms out like this? No, nothing. Righto. Okay, right. And there we go. So we've created a save. I'm just going to jump in my ship, out of my ship. Now, something that I was quite curious of is when you actually defeat the stone golem guardians, you get given these. I don't think they do anything, but it'd be nice if you popped one of these, whether it actually found you one of these golem-y type creatures. I don't think you can just put them down at your base, can you? They're not like one of these fossil parts. No, they're not. So what the hell do you do with these? Do you just sell them? I mean, they are worth quite a lot. But it'd be nice if hitting up one of those, it found you a giant, either asleep or a big one that you can fight. That'd be pretty darn cool. I think if Hello Games could implement that, if you're listening to Hello Games, that'd be freaking awesome. Yeah, pop it on a relic planet, it finds you a sleeping giant. Pop it on a fossil planet, it finds you one that's awake that you can fight, one of the bigger guardians, not the floating type, but the actual big guardians. That'd be cool. Heck yes. Righto. Well, I'm going to jump in my ship, out of my ship, make sure I definitely save the game. Now, something that people have been telling me is ships circle the trading posts but don't land anymore. Well, they're landing for me, and I'm on PS5, so I don't know what's going on for other people that's saying that their ships are just circling and not landing. But everything seems okay for me. Anyway, people inside the videoverse, hopefully you've picked up some tips of what not to do on your hunt for a relic golem in this episode. There you go. Goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye again.